Well, hello and welcome to OilyView, where we chat about oils. This is my friend Daryl Oran. I am Catherine Pankey, and we would like to definitely chat with you about some oils. And I want to express our mission with this. This is to educate and empower people in using essential oils as a safe, natural alternative, and ultimately leading you to a toxin-free environment.
That's good.
So we want to create lasting impressions with you, and we also want to
Lasting oily impressions.
oily impressions, lasting oily impressions, and also life-changing benefits.
Great.
Yeah. All right. So Daryl, you have been a friend of mine for about a quarter of a century, about 25
Right.
years plus. So,
Right.
I mean, it's just been such a journey with her. She's been a mentor. She's taught me about nutrition and alternatives. I can just go on and on. We've had so much fun. We shop together. We've just had so much laughter. Anytime we get together, we just laugh. We have a great time.
I know. I was thinking that when you decided to do this, it was so perfect because so often we'll be on our cell phones and I'll be saying to you, did you know they have watermelon for 49 cents a pound? It's something you will say, oh, guess what else they have over at such and such a store, and I said, we're like The View. We could do this, where we're in our car driving and talking about the best, greatest special. And you're always telling me about recipes, and I'm telling you about recipes. So this is really a wonderful venue because I think, it's near and dear to our hearts. And so, I'm glad we're
So
doing this.
Daryl actually introduced me to essential oils. And I mean, it's been one thing after another. I mean, she got me involved with alternatives and just, trying to look here and there for different things. And I was actually at a point where I was looking for something without side effects. I have
That's right.
a history of asthma and, sinus challenges.
I remember you were
allergies.
saying, I'm going to the hospital. I'm like, no, don't do that yet. Try this.
So, yes. So I'm just so blessed to have her as a friend and a
Thank you.
mentor. And so this
feeling's
is
mutual.
Yeah, and this is what began this. I mean, one of the things that actually sparked in my head about this vision of this, to bring out to people was when you get testimonies from people and they start telling you and sharing about the product, they've had that experience. And then if you can relay it to other people, maybe they'll try it.
That's a good point.
And so my idea was like, why don't we get, The View came into my head.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
Yeah, and just having people sit on the couch in front of a coffee table and chatting about.
Where's our coffee?
I know. We kind of missed that this time
That's
around,
okay.
but
That's okay.
we'll get that in the future. But it might actually detract from it too because we're sipping so much. We gotta
have our Ninja Red.
Oh yeah, there we go, Ninja Red.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where this really started, was just to get together more than just one person, have friends involved. I actually want to bring in some wellness practitioners as well.
That'd be awesome.
So that'll be in the future. So this is just evolving. I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Great.
So
Good.
So we're gonna go with where we're
I
coming
have
from.
something
Right.
that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, what are you thinking about?
Well, I have a confession to make. Okay, I am a cart snoop. Yes, I am a cart snoop, and I guess it's because I realized when I was doing cooking classes that everyone always buys like 7 things, the same 7 things, and they basically don't even remember the price because that's their go-to products. And if you ask them, how much does this cost, they won't even know because it's just a standard item. So since Trader Joe's is considered the happiest place in the world to work or be, I figure that when everyone's shopping there, they're really happy. But I'm always looking to see what's in their cart to go outside of my little box of 7 things that I always go to there for. And I see that people have a lot of things in their cart that I don't have in my cart. So I am Cart Snoop. And I start asking people, because I figure they're not going to be upset because it's a happy place. What do you like about that? I've never tried that, and they're just spewing about what they like. So then I started thinking, I wonder what's in everyone else's cart that I have brought into the organization, into Young Living. And so I thought maybe I would find out, what's in your cart. But if you want, I can tell you, I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Okay.
I'll show you mine if you
okay,
show
so
me yours. Well, I got to tell you what's in my cart. So yesterday I watched the on live streaming video of Gary Young's funeral, because he just passed a week ago today. And for anyone that's interested, it's on YouTube. And it's quite beautiful. It's a 3-hour ceremony. But one of the things that his wife had mentioned was, she said that whenever he was troubled, because he was a very spiritual man, he would go up into the mountain and be by himself and pray and talk to God. And he said that the mountain was God's living room.
Yes,
and I just love that.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I thought, you know what? I have Sacred Mountain, and I put it in my diffuser this morning, and I was diffusing it and thinking about Gary. And then I looked and I thought, I only have a quarter of a bottle left. So that's definitely going into my cart.
Okay.
Cart. Oh my gosh. The other thing that I will never be without is Australian Blue. And Australian Blue is an oil that has the most magical shade of cobalt blue in it. And when you put it in your hand, it is so blue, and it's bluer than your shirt. And it's very, very amazing. It's good for meditation, it's good for grounding, but it is made from the Australian cypress that actually is made from, it's distilled from the bark.
Okay.
And it isn't blue at all until they start distilling it, and then this beautiful cobalt color comes out. It has geranium and orange, and it's like, so it's uplifting and grounding at the same time. And I love it in my bedroom because it gives me the feeling that all is well. And it's like my favorite.
I remember when you told me months ago, like, oh, this is my favorite oil. This is like, absolutely, I cannot be without this oil. And it just really resonated with you. And I think that's what we find with these oils are, you just smell it. And then you either like it or you don't. And then it leads to, oh, I want to diffuse it, or you want to diffuse it daily. So
it makes a difference. It really does. I mean, I can tell. And another one that just came back is Valor Roll-On. And Valor is the, it comes in these wonderful fancy little boxes, and it is beautiful, beautiful little gift boxes. But these, Valor was the oil that was out of stock for 1.5 years. And it is associated with courage. And you can use it even as a perfume. Oh my gosh, look at when you put it on, it's blue. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I had a friend that went through radiation and chemo, and she lost her hair, and she said that she couldn't face the world. But when she put Valor on her heart, within 10 minutes, she could face anything or anyone. So it's interesting that the amalgamation of different oils to create this fabulous, fabulous blend.
Yeah, proprietary blend. We can't make our own sometimes. When we make our own do-it-yourself rollerballs, it seems like sometimes we can't touch the strength or the...
Well, there's a lot of oils in here. And then what they do is they add a little carrier oil to it to kind of homogenize it. And so... there was a beautiful story. I just have to share this. Yesterday at the memorial service, the funeral, there was one of the workers that worked side by side with Gary. this really touched my heart. And they were in sub-zero temperatures, and they were getting, their ears and their hands were getting frostbitten, nearly frostbitten. And they were trying to harvest the black spruce, which is one of the main ingredients, and he was trying to get it, and the helper said, I can't handle this weather anymore. Why don't we come back closer to spring when the weather conditions are better? And Gary Young said, you go home, my friend. I'm going to stay because you're not, and tears, I guess, were running down Gary's face, and he said, because you're not the one that gets 50 calls a day asking, where's our valor, where's our valor? And that, to me, was a testimonial of where this man's heart was, in just complete service to humanity. So anyway, valor is very special, and we always had it in an oil, but now it's in a roll-on. So I want to get some of these for gifts.
Oh, they are fabulous for gifts.
Yeah.
There's a whole myriad of these. Valor, deep relief, tranquil, stress away.
I love stress away. And you know what I just realized? I'm out of stress away.
Oh,
and,
no.
You have your, your little area where you have oils that you haven't opened, and a kind of a backup from some of the freebies that we get, which are wonderful. And I didn't have any stress away, and I love the way it smells. So that's definitely on my list for sure.
So you don't have the stress away oil at all? You don't have essential oil at all?
No.
Okay. All right. But do you like the rollerball? Or do you
love
use
it.
Okay, you
love
use that
it.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the way it smells, but it's also really good, like if you're stressed out or if you're like caught in freeway traffic.
Yeah.
You can just put a little bit on the back of your head, on the back of your neck, or on your temples, or just inhale it and breathe it in, because it goes right into the limbic center of the brain, which is where all your emotions are. So it just kind of calms you down.
That reminds me, you're talking about the car, putting it on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Well, the orb diffuser. There's a little miniature travel size orb diffuser.
Love the orb.
Oh my gosh, it's this
and
cute
doesn't
little...
it fit right into the cup?
Yeah,
the
it
cup
fits
holder?
into, if you have a cup holder in your car, you put it in there, and it takes the water just like a regular diffuser, and then a few drops of the oils. I had someone who said that she was diffusing lavender, and the DMV came out with a report about
a national institution.
That said that it minimizes road rage. That it calms down road rage when people are diffusing lavender. Well, lavender we also know can cause you to be a little bit more relaxed or sleep, right? So my friend, she says, wait a minute. I told her about peppermint. She goes, I should be diffusing peppermint in the afternoon when I'm coming home, because peppermint is, raises your focus and alertness. So she was going to diffuse lavender in the morning, and then in the afternoon, when sometimes you get the little tired, the lulls.
And also good for headache.
And it's also great for tension headache. Yeah.
So the lavender in the car would also be good for calming screaming children down,
right? My gosh, yes. And peace and calming is another one. That's a great one. Yeah.
So what's in your cart?
Yeah. Okay. So I have been, for the past, a long time now, been using cypress. And I learned cypress and geranium were two good oils to use for spider veins or varicose veins. I don't have exactly the varicose veins, but some of you may out there, but it can help with both. It supports circulation. Okay, so let me just disclose that we're not in any way trying to prevent, treat, or diagnose disease, but we're just giving you experiences here that we've had, maybe that other people have had, and it's just, something that you need to maybe try. So I have had these spider veins on my legs.
I have those.
Okay.
Redheads are notorious for that.
And when this happened, it was when I was actually pregnant, standing in the kitchen, washing dishes on the hard floor for, you're getting some extra weight, I think I gained about like 20, 25 pounds, but that's still enough weight to like cause your veins to pop out. So,
Yeah.
so I have always been not happy with the look of them. And so cypress, I learned, helps with circulation. And what it does is it stimulates blood flow. And I mean, it's just been amazing for me. So I've learned about a new combination that I use with cypress and lemongrass and heliochrysum. And speaking of heliochrysum, that was Gary's most favorite prized oil, I've learned. And
Yeah, I think I remember someone in our upline was saying that at one of the conventions, he was asked if you were stranded on a desert island and you could only have one oil, what would it be? And he said helichrysum because it is so multifaceted.
Oh, it has so many.
Yeah.
I cannot believe.
I just planted helichrysum.
Yes, you did. You said you actually found the plant.
Yeah.
Right?
It has a little yellow flower.
At a local nursery, she finds this plant, and now I'm like, I want one. Because another thing that was asked of us is to plant a plant in honor of Gary Young. And, you know, I didn't know it at the time, but the day that he actually passed, my husband and I were planting a new camellia and some other plants, but I was like, oh my gosh, you know, it just meant something to me. Now I'll look outside my kitchen window every time and think of him, you know, so really special. But the lemongrass, I wanted to share with that as well, because I have an interesting story on lemongrass. I love the smell. I mean, it has like a lemon scent, but something else in there that just makes you go, oh. You know, it's so invigorating. So
it's cleansing, very cleansing.
Very cleansing.
Yeah.
So I started diffusing lemongrass in my family room kitchen area, and the fireplace is right near where I was diffusing. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the family room with my son, and I start hearing, and I'm like, wait a minute. And
the birds and the bees.
And I'm like, where is this coming from? You know, I'm looking all over. So I go to the fireplace, and sure enough, I see bees dropping in the chimney. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm thinking tape, right? Because it's glass. It's made of glass, the doors. And so I want to seal it somehow. And I'm shaking. I mean, I am so nervous and shaking. And I'm trying to put this tape on. And it was... You know, I guess some people, you know, would tell me later, well, you could have just turned on the flame and then maybe they would just go away. You know, that would scare them off. I can't even remember what we did. I mean, it was such, but anyways, I learned from a beekeeper that lemongrass has the same scent as is it phenomes? Is that what you call them? The phenomes, like, you know, like that promote, you know, pheromones. Pheromones, that's what it was. Like, I was trying to think of that word. Pheromones, you know, and so they were coming down for that scent. So I think some of them got actually into the family room, and they were actually trying to head out to the light. But I mean, the whole point is that they could have been up in the chimney, just up there. Maybe it was a coincidence, but this beekeeper tells me that I was attracting the bees. So, and then another friend of mine told me, because I've had a number of just interesting things with bees in the past year. And so I have this tent, because I've been doing more expos and events, and I have this little tent that has light that is at the top. It's not just an enclosed tent, it's where light can get through. The bees were coming in, and they were all, I had 4 bees coming in and being attracted. So, oh my gosh, we just kind of got a box and kind of just a box lid and kind of like got them out of there. But anyway, so that's my story about lemongrass and bees. And she told me that I am definitely in collaboration. That's what bees.
Oh.
That's what bees mean, you know, when they're attracted to you. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So I have this app on my phone let's just check out what lemongrass is for. So it's from Guatemala in India. Ours is from Guatemala in India. And it's good for purification and digestion. And it was historically associated with helping with hypertension and inflammation. So that is pretty interesting. Of course, a lot of the oils are antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, and this is as well.
This is from your app, though. That's a Life Science Publishing app?
Life Science Publishing.
Okay. So they can disclose more about the oils because they're a third-party company.
So the reason that happened is that the FDA has certain limitations on what a person can say if they actually produce a product. So what else is in your cart?
Well, the heliochrysum, the cypress, and the lemongrass are definitely things that I wanted to share about.
Are you trying anything new this month that you haven't?
Gosh, I'm trying to think.
I think it's a good idea to try something once, a different thing every month. Like, you know, like I try, when I look into someone's cart and I think, oh, yeah, I haven't tried that. Maybe I'll try that.
Okay,
you know,
so
they really like it. Maybe I'll like it too.
I agree.
Just sampling something.
And I was going to do that this month. I think the V6 oil, because I've been using just one carrier oil. So when we talk about carrier oils, we're talking about fractionated coconut oil, grapeseed oil, any of your fatty oils that you can put in and mix in with your oils, right? And what the carrier oils do is they absorb into your skin and slow down that process of the oils getting into your system.
The way that I analogize that is it's like burning oak versus pine.
Okay.
It'll be a slower burn.
They're very good.
But they both have given you heat. You know, so.
I like that analogy.
You
That's
know,
really
I
good.
was thinking of ordering something that I had not ordered. It's called Yacon syrup. Have you tried that? Or
is it Yukon syrup
no,
or Yacon?
It's called, they said it rhymes with bacon, so it's Yacon, Y-A-C-O-N.
Okay.
But it's their only syrup. You can use it on pancakes. Did you ever?
Yeah. Well, the only thing was when I saw that syrup come into stock, I was waiting and waiting for that syrup to come in stock. When it finally did, I looked at the ingredients and I thought I saw like the first ingredient was sugar. And I was just, oh boy.
So you knew that.
I'm trying to decrease
That was
sugar
a question
intake.
mark, because you know that Young Living would never do that. I want to clarify this for you,
Okay.
because one of the reasons I like this is I'm always looking for sugar alternatives that have a lower glycemic index.
Like stevia.
And,
I
it
use
says here,
stevia
and I'm
in
just going to
so many
read from my Life Science.
Okay.
This is my Bible.
Desk reference.
It's a desk reference, and it says here that Yacon is a tubular perennial plant that looks like a yam. It comes from Ecuador, and they use it for making candy-like snacks, but it has a special form of sweetener, which is a sugar, naturally, and it's called fructooligosaccharides. It's a special kind of fructose that leaves the body in a way that actually cleans out the colon, and it's helps digestion. But the most important thing that was so interesting is it comes from an area that has a lot of volcanic ash, so it's really high in minerals.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that would be like Hawaii or something.
Well, it's New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these studies were done in New Zealand, excuse me.
Okay.
So anyway, that to me sounds like something that I want to try. And one of the reasons I brought was I thought I would put this in my cart was at the service yesterday, the memorial service at the funeral. Their son was reminiscing about the cowboy breakfasts that they used to have, and they used the Yacon syrup on their pancakes. And I started thinking about that, and I thought, that's going in my cart.
That's going in your cart. I love it.
Yeah,
I
so
love it.
maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I might
have some
rethink
different
about that
things.
one. Yeah. Because I
know.
love
I'll
berries.
give you a sample. I mean, 'cause you already
Okay.
did this.
Yeah, no, I love berries, and I like maple syrup because I feel like it's the true, part of the plant.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I have to tell you one more thing. I'm ordering more nitro. Have you ever used those little nitro things?
I have.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to them. And I
Okay.
try to go only one a day. But I have been taking that one a day, and I have not been sick in almost a year. Maybe
Okay.
occasional headache from the air pressure.
Yeah,
it's so variable here
I've
in
been hearing
California.
more of that in this area.
But I have to tell you,
Climatic headaches.
that must be doing it because it's so high in the antioxidants with the goji berries or the wolfberry base. But so that is definitely on my list, and I can't ever use enough lavender, so I always throw lavender in there because we use it for everything.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
yeah. So
Well,
this
I
has been
tell you, I
fun.
think we're going to have a lot more things to share.
I know.
So I did want to get back to the vein formula.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to.
the lemongrass formula.
Yeah, lemongrass,
Yeah, I wanna know about
helichrysum,
that.
and the cypress. That's the big one. Yeah. So it's 40 drops of lemongrass.
Wow.
It's 20 drops of
By
cypress.
the way, how many drops are in a bottle? In a 15
in a
milliliter?
15 milliliter, 270.
Wow.
Yeah, a 5
so
milliliter.
That lasts a long time.
Yeah, a 5 milliliter is about 90. So you're
Okay.
getting about triple the quantity in the 15 for double the
Oh,
price.
wow. So
Yeah.
this is the 15 mil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
270 drops in here?
yeah,
That's going to
too
last
much.
a long time.
It does last, yeah. I mean, you can use it very sparingly. You know, I think it also depends on your
Want some sacred
sense of smell. Wrong.
Oops.
Oops. Luckily, now see, that just happened spontaneously.
I
This
know.
should not stain. Okay, the oils actually are not like a fatty oil would stain your clothes.
Uh-huh.
The oils do not stain your clothes. That's been a question that's come up. So again, we're getting back to our mission statement, right? That we want them to be safe. We want to have a natural alternative
Yeah.
for you, and we're going to try to also put out safety tips, you know, for you, so we can share that with you. So 40 drops lemongrass, 20 drops of the cypress, and 10 drops of helichrysum. Then you mix that with either the Cellulite massage oil
Okay.
or a V6 oil or
Okay.
fractionated coconut oil. If that's, you know, the only thing that you have.
Would
is
you
just,
explain what fractionated coconut oil is? It's a liquid, right?
It is a liquid
Yeah.
form. It's a liquid form because you have the coconut oil that's it almost looks like lard, doesn't it? In a big tub.
It's more of a
And
solid.
It's
yeah.
more of a solid, but you know, it's
It
interesting.
wouldn't be if you lived in
I was
Florida.
just going to say, over the summer, I had it sitting out on the
Oh,
counter and it totally liquefied.
You could put it in the sun if you were going to do a massage or something.
Yeah,
before
so
it's
it was
great
just a
massage oil.
natural, you know,
Okay.
liquefier. So, and then you apply this on any of the vein area about twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. I have put it in this nice roller ball. It stands out because it's blue. Daryl gave this to me, actually. I love it. And just shake it up every time that you use it and apply it. And then you can, after about a month, decrease to just one time a day. So what's happening with the veins is the blood is pooling to the surface where the veins are, and then it is looking like really dark areas of blue and reds. And so what the cypress does is it strengthens the veins, it improves circulation by strengthening the tissues around those veins, and then improving ultimately the blood flow. So then it looks like your skin is smoother in that area, your veins look smaller.
How long do you think it was from the time that you actually started this regime until you noticed a difference?
You know, I could really see a difference. I would start at night. That's when
Well, and so you did it how many times a day?
initially I would only do it in the evening.
Oh.
That was my routine, my bedtime routine.
Okay,
And then when
that's
I
interesting.
learned the formula that I gave you where I made a rollerball concoction, I incorporated the cypress and the helichrysum. I started noticing even more of a difference.
Interesting.
So yeah, but I could notice the next morning that they just diffused. They just looked, they minimized.
What? Overnight?
Overnight. Yes. But
That's like immediate gratification.
yeah, it really is. The oils in so many
Yeah.
circumstances give so much gratification pretty instantly within minutes. That's my experience.
Yeah.
But yes, but what this new recipe that I have, it says twice a day for a good month. And I'm already in like 2 weeks. And I'm just so happy that I can actually see skin color.
Yeah, I
You know?
hardly see them.
Yeah, but I mean, I noticed a big difference. So, and
Yeah.
I have some before pictures because I wanted to make sure. But yeah, it's just they kind of look
Interesting.
purpley and just dark, and so you want to see just your skin color, you know.
So I wonder, I don't know if we can say this, but I wonder if it helps with all of the circulation in the body then.
Yes, yes,
Really?
it does. It does, because when you're just putting it down
Uh-huh.
here in your legs, it's going through your 7 layers of skin into your body, and
Wow.
within your body systems, reaching all of your systems in your body within 20 minutes.
Well, I'm always learning, and I've been doing this for what?
Yeah,
A long time.
Gosh,
2 years.
you started with the company like a few years.
1997.
Yeah, you've been using them for a long
I
time.
know. But I want to learn more, and I love this venue. So when are we going to do this again? And what are we going to talk about?
Okay, all right. In another week, I'd like to do
Uh-huh.
these on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So it's pretty frequent.
That's great.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty,
just like the View. What are they? Oh,
yeah,
no, they're
regular.
every day.
Yeah,
They're every day. That would
yeah.
be too much.
And this will be on YouTube, and
Although
different.
I think we could do every day, knowing you and I.
That's true. We could meet every
Yeah,
day.
we
That's
could.
right.
Go ahead.
So it's going to be on mental fatigue is our next topic.
Which is such an issue for everyone.
Oh,
right
for
now.
everyone. We're just
Yeah.
taxed,
Like, what's
overtaxed,
going on
and
with all that.
okay. And so we're going to learn about our performance and our moods, how they're affected, and also
So
our
oils
activity.
are actually good for that too.
Yeah, they can elevate your mood.
Yeah.
They can just raise your mood. That's another category. Frequencies and energy.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
The miracle
category.
in a bottle or something.
Yeah, so we look forward
Okay.
to chatting with you again, and please join us again on the Oily View.